Colin, so you may wonder why everyone wants to talk to you in the paddock as you walk around, and it is perhaps partially because of your career and partially because of the team you race for, but mainly because of Melissa. I have to throw that out there. A serious question, do you think you'd have such a hot wife if you weren't a racing driver?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah. That's one I often think about myself. And I would like to think that my bubbling personality and, boyish good looks, all that stuff would help me. But I don't think so. I don't think so. No, definitely not. Definitely not.
No, she's gorgeous. Where did you meet her?
Yeah, I actually met her through racing, as funny as it is. The guy that was the head mechanic on my truck back when I was racing trucks, his wife actually worked with my wife now. But they said, hey, you guys should meet, set us up on a blind date. And 8 years ago that happened, and here we are, been married for 4 years, and loved every minute.
Wow. The daughters of the people I used to race for look more like Bavarian lesbian shot putters. So I never happened to me that way. Although I was normally distracted by that kind of stuff anyway. So talk to me. You're in your office there. I can see things around you.
Yes.
Do you like memorabilia? Do you like history? Do you like collecting your stuff?
I do. I think it's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I've got enough of it now where it's like, it starts to get like a bit overwhelming of stuff, but it's cool. It's fun.
The bottles are a pain in the ass, aren't they? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because they're nice, and then you drink some, you drunk some, you haven't. Do you write on them to say what it was?
I do.
That's
so
what I do.
Mossport 2015, we won the race in PC. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool to have.
For sure.
I know I sprayed this on the podium. It seems cool.
Yeah.
But I have to say, the big disappointment for me is that Continental tire we showed in a different segment is really cool. I have it downstairs in my house. Yeah. Everybody that comes over to my house looks at it, and I tell them the story about how cool it is, and they just continue to walk on, and nobody seems to care at all about it. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I have, and nobody cares.
I mean, that is the predicament of the tire companies, is that tires are predominantly black and round.
Yes.
And they're not sexy. Yet their technology is extraordinary, saves lives every day of the week, allows people to drive way better than they ever should be able to, navigate deep water, hot terrain, and they're just still black and round. You know what I mean? It's like they should have color grades. Like, maybe they should inflict the driver rating system on tires. So, you're driving a bronze tire.
Exactly.
You won't go very far with that. If I broke into your house, what trophy would you not want me to nick?
Ooh. For me, probably the Rolex 24-hour watch that I have tucked away in my safe.
Do you?
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Do you wear it?
I have actually never, ever worn it. Ever.
Wow.
Nope.
What watch do you wear on a daily basis?
I have a Garmin fitness training sort of watch that I wear every day. Pretty boring, but yeah. That would be the one. And then, second to that would probably be the 24-hour Daytona trophy that I have as well. So that's really cool. But, yeah, hard to win. I mean, it took me 11 Daytonas to win a watch and a trophy. So certainly a lot of effort went into that.
That is crazy, isn't it? Okay, let's talk quickly. So Daytona's coming up. You're obviously in shape. You've been working out. Do you work out a lot?
I do.
Triathlon things?
Yes, love all that stuff. Running, cycling, love it.
Do you? And you live in the countryside, don't you?
Yes. Yep. Great biking. There's a huge mountain biking place about 10 minutes from my house. So yeah, love all that.
And now, of course, it's not. I don't think that the cars are any more physical than they used to be. I think in the prototype, the WEC cars, I think that's insanely physical, right?
Yes.
Because of the G-force. But the demands, everybody else is fit now, right? All these other little buggers are fit. They, it's like whose bit is bigger than the next. Oh, I did an Ironman. I did two Ironmen. Yeah?
Exactly. Yes.
And is John in good shape?
John is. We actually do quite a bit of working out together here in Charlotte. He lives not far from my house, and there's a really cool go-karting, outdoor world-class go-karting track that they built in Charlotte a few years ago. So we go karting quite a bit and try to keep in shape and keep sharp. And, you touched on a good point. I don't think the cars are necessarily a lot more physical to drive, but we drive them so hard for the entire 24-hour race. I mean, at the end of the race, we're doing lap times that are equal to what we did right at the start of the race. And obviously keeping mentally sharp and physically sharp for that long of a race is a big challenge.
So people watch racing, don't they? And I don't know if you've had it, and you say to someone, I'm keeping fit, and you might put athlete on your biography or something, and they go, you just sit on your ass. You're not an athlete. I know, but for our viewers, what do people need to know about what it feels like as a driver in a car, or about driving Daytona? Just like a little window. You're the GoPro for us right now. What's it like? Right.
Well, I would say it's incredibly hard from the G-force standpoint that you feel on your body. I mean, in the PC car that we're driving, you're pulling 3 G's on the brakes, you're pulling 2.5 G's in the corners, and you're doing it all while working at a heart rate of in the 140 to probably 165 range for a 3.5 hour or 4 hour long window where you're making multiple pit stops, you're racing neck and neck with people and having to really keep an eye out. I mean, we have 55 plus cars on the racetrack of all varying speeds. So mentally it's very fatiguing, but physically you've got all those G-forces exerted on you, and you're turning a steering wheel that we have power steering, but it's still quite an effort to turn. You want to have that feedback back through the wheel to be able to feel what's going on. So pretty challenging, just from a physical standpoint, and just keeping mentally sharp. Then you get out of the car, you may have 3 or 4 hours, then you're back in the car again for another 3 or 4 hours. So just the repetition and the recovery is very challenging at Daytona.
Do you ever, it's funny, isn't it? Do you get people go, do you get scared? And I always said, well, only like when you have an accident and afterwards you go, holy shit. That was, right? I mean, the same for you. I mean, on race day, you're nervous, but
for me, I'm not even really nervous. I guess I've done it enough where to me it's just old hat. It's like what I do. It's like a day at the office, I mean, someone that's a lawyer when they drive to work in the morning probably doesn't get, morning butterflies. So for me, I don't really either. I just go to work and do my job. I've done it long enough and been around it enough. Like my dad did it, just like yours. And so you know what to expect. It's not a big scary thing. It's just like, I know what I need to go do, and you just got to go do it.
I was thinking about this morning. When you're letting someone, you're saying describe yourself to someone, something about yourself that other people don't know. Because often, you get described one way, I'm a racing driver, or I'm a TV, or I'm doing this.
Right.
And you're like, but you don't know this. I'm actually a hell of I can sew. You don't know that about me. I crochet the crap out of stuff. I made this shirt. No, what would you, what don't we know?
Definitely, I cannot sew. That is certainly not one of my things. But no, not. I can't dance. Not dancing. I would say one thing that's probably a little bit awkward or weird, people might not expect, is the fact that I live out in the country a bit. I have 60 acres of land, and I have a tractor and all kinds of farmy sort of stuff, and I really enjoy just hanging out on my property and bulldozing a little pit bike track together, riding around and doing that kind of stuff. So a bit low key, but shooting guns out on the property, that kind of stuff. So I think people would expect like the high pace, fast life of racing, that it would be like, I don't know, rock star parties all the time. But really, for me, I just like hanging out on my property.
I don't blame you for that. So, okay, quick prediction for the race. You're just winning. Who are you driving with? Some little English bloke, right?
Yes, Martin Plowman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, did you choose him because he can fit in carry-on luggage, or did you? I mean, he's
he is quite small in size, and I think the other reason,
but fast. So
he
that's
is
why
fast.
he's there. Yeah,
fast. Getting married this weekend, so that's exciting for him.
I hope he doesn't tap himself out before Daytona. Honeymoons and all that.
I like to tell him. I told him. He's like, I think I might slow down after I get married, and I said, I don't think so. I got married. I realized quickly that holy crap, I have a lot of extra expense and people to support. I better make sure I'm fast as all can be so that I can keep paying all these bills.
That's a really good point. All right, so Daytona, you're going to win it. I just have this feeling in PC it's going to be an amazing race. Obviously, everybody can go and watch it. It's going to be on, the TV package is really exciting. A bit of a shift, as you know. I'll be in the pits, so I'll see you there. Obviously, you're going to see a lot on IMSA.com and Fox Sports 1. So that'd be cool. You can follow Colin there. But, okay, a shameless plug now. We all have someone to shamelessly plug. Who's your shameless plug? Sponsor?
I guess my shameless plug is Core Autosport. Obviously, great team. They do a really good job for us. And beyond that, I hope people just tune into the race and watch it. It's such a cool event. And, the more eyeballs we can get watching the IMSA WeatherTech series, the better. I mean, it's just such a great product. And I feel like if people took the time to watch it a little bit, listen to what you guys say, and learn the sport a little bit, it's one of the most fascinating things to watch on TV, as a fan of the sport like I am. I just think it's fantastic racing. There's so much strategy, so many things going on that if you take a second to learn it, it's unbelievable.
Do you know what? It's very rare I say this, but I couldn't have said that better myself. Thanks, Colin. I'll see you in a week.
Thanks, man. Looking forward to it.